What is time management for each one of you? I put my understanding for time management is a set of tools and skills and techniques we use during the performance of specific tasks to increase the productivity and efficiency. Whatever that task is, wherever it is, whether you are playing game, doing your job, writing a novel, having a shower, shaving, or putting your makeup, the certain skills and techniques you use to increase the productivity, that's your time management. And that's what we are going to look in today, because the time is limited. We will not live like 1,000 years. We will not live maybe 200 years, maybe 150 years, 100. Nobody knows how long he will live. So our time really is limited. And as the Chinese wisdom says, no amount of gold can buy you time. And the time ticks away regardless you like it or not. You cannot stop time. All what you need to do, just look into yourself in a mirror or take a picture for yourself in a mirror at the same day, same time, over 5 years' time, and you will see things has changed. Sometimes when I look at my old picture, I say, oh my God, is that me? Did I change? Was that how I looked like 5 to 8 years ago? Sometimes people are standing for me in a public transport. And I say, okay, why someone standing for me? So it's like, oh, he's only like 18. Oh my God, he's younger than my youngest boy. So yeah, time flies. Time goes very, very fast. So we have to use our time to the maximum of our benefit. And now we are starting to look about the techniques we can use to improve our time. I would like to start here with what we call the Pareto Principle. The Pareto Principle, it's very easy. A scientist, he discovered that 20% of the population hold 80% of the land it was in Italy. And then when he started looking and making his own studies about the issue, he discovered that almost the same percentage everywhere else. But what is more interesting, that he understood that 80% of the consequences comes from 20% of the cause. In fact, Microsoft, when they were like following on the bug reports for their like software or for the code, they discovered that by fixing 20% of the code, 80% of the bugs, they disappeared. So in other words, for any job, we can accomplish, we can complete, we can do 80% of that job in 20% of the allocated time, which means the hardest 20% will take 80% of the time. So for us to control our work, to control our time, we know that if we start doing something and we have a certain amount of time to do it, we will be able to do like 80% of the job in 20% of the time. Just keep that in mind, and I will remind you with this after a bit. All right? So for every person, there is what we call it the most productive time. Like the common question in Russian, are you a lark or an owl? Are you one of those guys who like to wake up early morning, or you are late night person? But it's not only the case for us. because like maybe you cannot get up like 5 o'clock in the morning. You get up 9 o'clock in the morning, but your most productive period of day is between 11 and 3 o'clock. So you are not an owl. For many people, they say an owl is the one who is active during the night. But when you identify your most productive period of the day, it is when you should make the 20% of the efforts to complete the task. So if you have a task in hand and you want to start like 8 o'clock in the morning, but 8 o'clock in the morning, you physically, you are not fit, you are not ready to do the job. So it's better to postpone that part for some time, 1 or 2 hours, until you are into your most productive time to start the completion. This is one of the main like mistakes. Like some people, they say, oh, I work very hard. Hard working alone never helped anyone. It's smart working, working smartly is what you get you the best results. Another point, like if you are not the early or you are not a lark, and someone likes to make a meeting with you like 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning, but during that time you are not into your best fit, it's not your most productive time, you are around 12 o'clock, never make an appointment 9 o'clock in the morning if your most productive period is 12 o'clock. And it's the same, you are working and you have to make an important call, you have to discuss about some work, you have to approach like a client. You approach the client during your most productive time, where your mind is set and you are producing the maximum of your ability. So this is also very important. Every person needs to identify when it is his most productive time. And when you identify that one, you can start building your graphic or the action plan you have based on that. Okay? And another issue, when you have your own to-do list or your action list, not everything in the list, on the list or in the list, I don't know the proper one, need to be done by you. Delegate. If someone else can do this job better than you, let them do their job. Let them do that work. I mean, some people, they say, oh, if you want to do it right, do it yourself. It is not. It's not true. Yes, you might have some good idea how to be done. Like I always repeat the same like example. Even Messi, he has a trainer. Even Ronaldo, he has a trainer. I don't think his trainer is better than him. The Messi's trainer, they never won, the golden cup or whatever. But still, Messi needs someone to train him. And you also, each one of you or each one or whoever like attending today or will be watching online, you cannot do everything by yourself. Delegate. If there are some things which can be done by other people better than you, or you feel like better than you, or if you delegate that part of the job for someone else, you will get better result. Delegate. You don't need to do anything. All right. So here we have already combined the Pareto Principle in our productive time. So we know that 80% of the work can be accomplished in 20% of the time, and we know when it is our most productive period of the day. And that's where we need to focus our attention and efforts.